Hello! We're just gonna do a casual live. If you're joining, thank you so much for joining. I still have to do some Sunday night chores, so join me and hang out. And I'll be finishing this spice thing. And let me show you what's happening here with Fuji Baba. Fuji has been an extremely in trouble kind of boy today. He has been constantly asking me for food while I eat my dinner, and for that purpose I am saying to Fuji that not good, Fuji Baba. Let us tell our friends that we've gone live. Hi, I just finished this. I had some noodles with veggies with spicy chili crisp, and I just finished that. So I had some noodles. So let me tell people that we have gone live and we can say hi. Hi. Join us and chat. My goodness. How is everybody doing? Are you worried about Monday? How is that going? Hi, welcome. How are you? I'm gonna sit down in just a second, and then we can chat more. Astro, hi. Hi, Astro. How are you doing? Good. Oh, good. Awesome. Here's Fuji Baba. He wants more food, even though he's been fed dinner. And I am just picking up my various things from dinner, and then I'm gonna sit down on the couch and we can chat. And we can do the dishes together, because that's currently what's going on. By the way, I'm 2. Oh, hi! Astro is 2. Yes, 2. I remember you. How are you 2? How's tonight going? I forget where you're joining from. See, I just did dinner. Here's Fuji. He's helping me with the dishes. Thank you. Thank you, Hungry Hippos. Hungry Hippos said, cute cat. Thank you so much. He has been working overtime to help me with the dishes and everything like that. So Fuji, you can say hi to Hungry Hippos and Astro. Yay. Mama has to do some dishes. I just finished eating. Fuji Baba has been extremely giving me company. Meow meow, I want to get a cat so bad. Oh, Hungry Hippos, you should. You should get a cat. I want to get a cat so bad. Astro says, yowl. Bingley. Hi, Bingley. Bingley says, meow meow. Y'all have catnip. I do. Fuji, do you want some catnip? Your cat looks just like my baby Jade. Aww. Oh, Fuji, you're so cutie. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bingley. Fuji Baba here has been helping me with the various chores, and especially with my dinner. He wants to give me full support during dinner, making sure that he can help me eat anything as needed. And we're just kind of picking up and doing the dishes. Fuji Papa, do you want some catnip? Yes, yeah. He goes everywhere I go. Hi, Cool Saber Edits. It's so cute. Oh, good. Thank you. That's a baby. Yes, he's a baby. He goes everywhere I go. He's very good at following me. Oh, Baba to me, Baba to. You're a good baby. You're a good baby. Fuji, how much cheese will you eat today? He makes me give him bits of cheese from my pasta dinner. Fuji, I know you like dairy, but can you please not want too much because it's gonna make your stomach hurt. It's gonna make your stomach hurt. Fuji. Okay, Fuji, do you want some catnip? How about that? Aw. My cat ate one of her kittens. Chess baby. Your cat and my cat will be friends. Of course, Cool Saber edits. Is that true, Astro? Did your cat really eat one of her kittens? Is that true? Here's some catnip. Fuji likes catnip. Fuji, not Fuji. Nay, no Fuji. No Fuji. Leave that alone. Over here, Fuji. Over here. Here you go. Fuji Baba. Oh my god, Fuji, here you go. He didn't see that I gave it to him in a bowl. I think it's Fuji. Yeah, it's Fuji. It's Fuji. It's Fuji. You got it in a bowl. Why are you? It sounds like Fuji, which is the best name. Thank you. He came with the name Fuji Baba Baby. Yes, his name is Fuji Baba. My cat's name is Bingo. Oh, nice. Great job, Fuji. Why were you trying to lick the container itself? Mama's giving you no bacha. Why are you always in a rush, Fuji? Fuji's in a huge rush to eat dairy, cheese, all these things that he's not supposed to eat. And he will be on the counter because that's also not something he's supposed to do. Hi, Baji! Baji's here too. Bingley says, I love cats. Oh, thank you. I love them. I love cats. Thank you. My cat is a calico, says Cool Saber edits. Thank you. Do you have a family or just you and your cute cat? Well, the family is the kitty cats. I'm the matriarch of this family with the kitty cats, and you'll have to stay in the live to figure out how many. And I have family, but they're mostly in other places. Fuji. Look, Baji's here too. Hi, Fuji. How was the catnip? Are you... Oh my god, Baji's licking the leftovers. Bingley says... Cat parent. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you living the life I want to live, says Bingley. Aw. Of course. Absolutely. Do you have human kids? That's a lot. That's certainly a lot. I don't have any human kids. Astro says, my cat eat the dead kittens. Is it normal? So he's eyeing my bowl too. I gotta do the dishes. My cat eat the dead kittens. Fuji Baji? Now they're fighting. Oh my god. I think they're both aggressive because they just had a little bit of the catnip. Oh my gosh, you guys. Mama's gonna have to sit down for this. My cat eat the dead kittens. Is it normal? I don't know. I didn't know about that. I didn't know that they eat their kittens. I've never Did the dad eat the kitten, you mean? Or I've heard of that sometimes, but I don't know if the mom cat would eat the kitten. Astro, you eat the dead kittens. Oh my gosh. My cat is only 3 years old. He stood up on 2 legs to throw the mittens. Yes. Yes, baby doll. Fuji's a big baby. Fuji's a baby. Fuji, you're such a baby. Fuji was with mommy this whole time. I think he's a little territorial about me. He was with me this whole time because when I'm cooking, the kitty cats get very scared, and so they kind of hide upstairs. But not Fuji. No, the mother eat the kittens. Oh my gosh. But Fuji kind of braves everything. Hi, Fuji. Cute, Shona. What's wrong, Fuji? Fuji's looking mad. Fuji's the one, even if he's scared and even if there's lots of noises and sounds. Did they see you cook one before? Yeah, I mean, I cook sometimes. I don't cook every day, but I cook just easy meals. And it does make noise and stuff. And Baji and Suji are very scared of these noises. So they always go upstairs and they hide. Baji! Why are you hitting Fuji, baby? Look at these two. They're just babies. They're baby age. Baji, how old are you? He's gonna think about it and tell you. So some of them are very scared and they don't want to. They're always going to be babies. Yes, they don't want to be here when I'm cooking. Oh, look at who is having a little bit of a high time. Oh, who is high? Is my baby high? Is my baby having a... Hi, Babu. Hi, Shona. Hi, Fuji, Shona. Oh, Fuji. Oh, Fuji. Thank you, Cool Saber Edits. They're like actual babies, dude. Yes, for sure. For sure. It's okay, Baji. It's okay. It's okay, baby. You're a good boy, baby. Each one is different with their own emotions, and absolutely, that is the most accurate thing I've seen all day. You got to show them all equal love. They're like actual babies. Each one is different with their own emotions and personalities. That's very true. That's very true indeed. Hi. So, but anyway, Fuji is the firstborn child, so he actually takes precedence. He is given more importance, and he raised the other two. So there is a bit of a hierarchical thing going on here. These Baji and Suji was kind of raised because I took care of my baby till my ex stole her. Oh gosh. Oh, thank you. Your home is so nice. Thank you. Especially your kitties. Thank you. Thank you, Cool Saber Edits. And sorry about that, Bingley, that your ex has taken the kitty cat. Whoops. That's too bad you don't have the custody of the cat. I hit my... You hit your cat? Well, that's not good, Astro. Why you should not hit your cat when he meows loud. What you mean by that, Astro? Yeah, please ask Astro what he means by this. Cool Saber Edits. Please do that. Thank you so much. But yeah, these other two... what does that mean? He annoying broski. Okay. Yeah. So, but yeah, anyways, I was gonna say that Fuji's the one now that threw me. Yeah, there's some definitely a weird thing going on. But Fuji's the one who's always with me. He's always with me, even if there are scary sounds. He has lots of faith that mommy and him will be together, and he take care of me. If you can, question mark. Yeah, I think Cold Saber Edits is asking the question to Astro. Baji will. You guys watch Baji for me while I finish up the dishes, okay? Because I don't want the kitty cats to get into the dishes, trying to eat stuff, because that might be really bad, and yeah. But yeah, Astro, we're upset about this thing you just revealed. I don't know if you meant it or not, but I don't think we would want you to hit the kitty cat. That's bad. That's really bad. I think everybody's upset about that now. Oh, Baji's being such a good boy. He's sitting patiently, waiting for mom to finish the dishes. There's a lot of dishes. I think I had to get on top of the dishes because all their dishes had to be cleaned too. Okay. Soon. So I made a simple meal today, but I do have leftovers now. You are goofy. Thank you. Fuji pissed off. Fuji and Baji, such beautiful names. Thank you. I named Baji after Fuji. So, Fuji or Suji and Baji are named after Fuji. Fuji came with his name. His litter was named all apple names. So that's where he got his name. So I did not name him. When I got him, he came with the name. But I also birthed him. That's my theory, is that he's my same bloodline. I'm gonna make an edit of your cats. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. Perhaps, maybe so. I make some videos myself, shorts and stuff, and other videos too. Hi Shunu. But are you ready? Ready for what? I don't know. Am I ready? I don't know. Maybe I'm ready. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to be ready for. Alright. I have very little dishes left, guys, so let me just finish it. Let me finish. And then I gotta put the dirty dishes in too, because otherwise Fuji's being very naughty today. Fuji! Naughty Baba! Fuji baby, naughty baby today. Naughty baby. What is... Fuji, no! Oh my god. Fuji's putting his entire head into my bowl. But I caught him, so he didn't get anything. You're not supposed to eat the human food, Fuji. It's not good. That's not good, Fuji. Baji. No. Baji's getting into the cheese. Are you serious, guys? Look at what... I'm dealing with some very naughty boys here. Oh my god. Oh my god. I see you, Fuji. I see you eyeing the noodles. I see you eyeing the noodles. No, Baji, no. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, I don't know what this comment means, but okay. You learn one day, or maybe not when you grow older. Okay. Can I take a pic of Baji? I mean, he has pics online on my channel, so I guess so. I don't know. I can check your edits later on, Cool Saber edits. I'm kind of busy right now, so I'm not sure that I can check it right now. But good to know. Yeah, thank you so much. Please do subscribe, and I will find you in my subscriber list later on if you want me to check out your channel or something like that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Here's Baji for you. You can watch him for a bit. Make sure he's not getting into any human food. But yeah, I didn't really understand what Bingley said. I don't know if that was intended for me or what. But thank you either way. What time is it? 10:47 p.m. Okay. Got it. Okay, finally the dishes are unloaded. The clean dishes are done. Now I just look at this. What an achievement. The clean dishes are done. I'll tell you when I'm done with the edit. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Clean dishes are done. Now I'm gonna do all the dirty dishes. Look at this. So much dirty dishes to do. I need to do this too as well right now because the kitty cats are getting into everything and I have to watch them constantly or they get into trouble. And this is why I do the dishes right away. Like I don't leave the dirty dishes out because they try to lick it or they get into it. They're very curious. The thing is, they're not bad. They're just really curious about what I'm eating and what I'm doing. They're constantly, with me, with the grace of God. Thank you, universe. It's a big blessing. Multiple blessings. Biggest blessings of my life are them. But it is true that because they're always with me and thank you, God, touch wood, they're seeing what I eat and they wonder like why they can't have it too, so they just want to, they constantly get into my food and whatnot, kind of like out of curiosity. Oh, look at them being closed now. No, baby, bacha. Fuji, no. Fuji, no. Fuji, no. Baby, I'm watching you. Baby, I'm watching you. That's wine. You can't have that. I see you, Fuji. I see you, Fuji. Fuji's now sniffing at the wine. This is going to the trash. This is going to the canola oil. This is also gonna be put away. Oh my God. Oh my God. Fuji, no. Fuji. I like your accent. Thank you with the edit. I'm done with the edit. Okay. Fuji, please give mom a break. Can you please? Where are you from? Where are your family from? I'm from India, but at this point I'm in Boston and I've been in America for a while. Fuji, I'm watching you. Fuji, no baby. Baby, no. Babu, Shona, Karna, Babu. Please go this way. Please, Fuji, please let mom finish dishes in peace. Oh my God, no, Fuji, no. So this is the other reason why I also don't put any glasses out any glass objects because Fuji will knock it off, you know. Oh my god. There's a chaos here. I'm putting this oil away. I just have to make sure it's shut tightly. Cause but hi Baji, you're in people's Fuji. My eyes are on you. Okay, you can sniff the wine. It's empty. It's an empty bottle, but this is why I have to keep an eye on them constantly because they do get into trouble and they kind of bank on me not really seeing them right away. Go na Shona. All right, I will sit down soon and we will chat properly, but as you can see, there's a bit of a chaos going on right now. I'm gonna try to do the dishes as fast as possible because Fuji and Baji are both getting into things. This is why they need to be done always and forever quickly. And then we'll chat properly when I sit down. Oh my god. So I just finished dinner and I never get to sit down as soon as I finish dinner because of this. I have to immediately do all the dishes, take care of all the things that are on the counter. No, Fuji. And finish up anything that's going on. I think he's like touching the phone now because I've touched it and he thinks there might be something there that he can find. They sniff at everything. They're curious about all my food. They want my noodles. Babu. Baby, Fuji baby. Bacha, no. No, baby. I'm reaching for the paper towel, but I have water in my hands. He doesn't like the water. That's for sure. What you mean by that? Damn, I need an Indian wife. Okay. Fuji baby, I can see what you're doing. Oh. She said she's Indian. I am. Like you said, you need an Indian wife. Well, there are many Indian people. If you are interested in that, there are tons of Indian people indeed. Oh shoot! Now I have to go up, reach up to get a Tupperware because I have leftovers. Fuji, look at this. Mom has to do all of this so fast because you're in trouble. Like, I'm like multitasking. The dishes, Fuji, good boy. He's over there now. I have to put the food away right away because they could lick it at any point. And it's not good. So I'm going to do that and also do the dishes. She said she's Indian like Io. I'm saying that's my type. I like brown girls for real. Well, let's see what she says then. Who? Says what? Says what? Are you talking about me? I got the Tupperware out. That's all I have to say at this time. This is a huge achievement because it was very high up. So I had to climb on the Fuji Koronashona. I had to climb on the whatchamacall, the whatever this thing is. I keep it in the kitchen so I can climb on it at any moment. Fuji. I'm gonna put the food away so that you can't lick it, and then I'm gonna do the dishes, and I'll finish all of that right now because you're getting into everything, and Baji, you're helping Fuji. You're helping this very spoiled baby. Babu, Fuji beta, no baby. Can you stop? Please, Fuji. You got your treats. You even got pieces of cheese. I can't anymore. This is why I have to lick everything clean. Because otherwise the cats get into it. Look at this. Spicy chili crisp. I liked Pakistani, Afghani, Irani. My mom is Nepali. Oh, nice. Cool Saber edits. That's amazing. I'm not trying to holler at her, and that's really cool, bro. Thank you. Nepal is a very interesting culture. Your dad, where is he from? Kansas. Oh, WTF, he like white American? Technically, yeah. I see. Cool Saber edits. Fuji Shona? What is this, Fuji? What are you doing? Now I have brought everything over there. As soon as I read you guys' comments, Fuji finds a window of opportunity to sniff at something or try and lick something. Fuji has always been like this, getting into trouble. He's my firstborn child. Na bacha. Touch wood. You're his type? Well, half the world is his type then. That's a lot of people. Isn't most people in the world Asian? She don't even know me. Yeah, that's right. A username, yeah. Well, I can tell that there's a person behind the username, but indeed I don't know anything more than that. Indeed, I do not know anything more than that. Right, Baji? Right, Baji? Oh God, I'm so full. I don't cook very often, but when I cook, it's usually something heavy, like noodles or something. I'm so full and I can't rest until I've done all the work of the leftovers, put away the dishes. My stomach is so big right now. I'm like full and dense, and these kitty cats won't give me a break. But that's okay. Thank you, God. Thank you so much. Babu? Shona Babu. Karna. Shona. What is this, Mom? Mama's being very, very sad right now. Chalo, ekhan theke jao. Ei kitchen theke, counter theke nabo, Babu. Please, Fuji. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Fuji can understand everything. He just knows that he gets away with it because he's my firstborn son. Right, Babu? Shona? Fuji Baba. Fuji Baba. Fuji Baba. My precious. Look at this. Look at this. It's been leftovers are in the Tupperware. Fuji can't lick the leftovers. Leftovers are in the Tupperware. By spitting out facts. Ooh, I like when two people are having an argument in my chat. What are you even on? Oh gosh. Is someone... Are you guys upset now? I'm not keeping up too well with the... So Bingley... Bingley has a complaint about somebody. About Cool Saber. Is that right? What did he do? What did he do? Alright guys, hang tight. Hang tight. Aww. It's okay, guys. It's all in love. He's mad because I said I like the way you sound. Oh, thank you. People do like the voiceovers. Oh, good. See, Cold Saber's saying that he's not mad. He or she. Cool Saber has clarified. It's all good. Baji and Fuji sometimes fight too. Right, Shona? But then they make up. Oh. Either is fine. Either is fine. Cool Saber. I'm so glad. Cool Saber says he's not mad. Yay. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome beans. You guys. Here. Baji. Baji will say hi. Baji. Shona Baji. He will say hi. He will say hi. Baji's on my thing I use to climb. Oh my god. That's some big pots to clean. I'm just glad the leftover is put away. And dishes are almost done. Almost done. Cool Saber, are you still here? Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome, welcome. We're doing dishes, but we'll be chatting with you really soon here. Almost done. I just had to do all the dishes before I sit down because otherwise the kitty cats will get into it. I can sort of see your comments on my iPad too. But if I look at it too hard, then the kitty cats get a chance to do something over here. I wish we could play some music, but that usually is not allowed. Baji, you want some music? Actually, I might be able to play something and then just replace it later on. I think that's allowed. Okay, almost done. Almost done, almost done, almost done. Oh my god. There is so much. There's so much to do. Oh, hi. Hi. Fuji's back. Fuji is back. Hi, Junior. Hey, Baba. Sorry, baby. I tripped his foot by mistake. I was trying to place the phone there. Everyone got really quiet. What's wrong, guys? What happened to your chit chat? What happened? Even Fuji's like, I know all the food is gone now, so I'm not interested in the kitchen anymore. That's good. Oh gosh, not to play Tetris with the dishes here. There's a lot of dishes. There's so much dish. There is so much dish. Look at this. It's mostly the kitty cat. It's kitty cat dishes mostly. But let's see. We gotta play some Tetris here. Some of these are mine too. Not all of it is theirs. Ooh, I fit that one there. Good. This one here. Oh my gosh. I might need your help, Fuji. I might need your help. Let's see if this will fit. Ooh, it kind of fits, actually. Wow. Wow. I think that's fine. I think that's fine like that. Wow, guys. Pretty much done. Pretty much done. These are all their little bowls, as you can see. 3 racks of this. I have. Okay. That's over here. That's over here. Okay. Alright, Fuji. Alright, Fuji Baji. Where are you guys? Are you ready for cuddles? Are you ready for cuddles? Do you want to come into the trash now? Are you serious? What is this, huh, Fuji? What is this behavior? Fuji, be careful, Sona. Hi, baby. Chica chuto. Hi, baby. Hi. God. Okay. I'm tired. Oh, now that I look over there, there is one more. There's more dishes. There is more dishes. One more. One more. Okay. And the wine bottle. All trash / recycling. Hi, Fuji. Hi. All right, Fuji. Good job. Good job. Good job with your dinner and dishes today, Fuji. John, we'll go sit. Fuji and Baji, as soon as I sit down on the couch, they usually come and sit on my lap. Right, babies? Right, babies? Let's see, is everything off? Off over here. Everything off over here. Everything off over here. Shona Chile. Shona. Shona. Good boy, Fuji. Good boy, Baji. Okay. Let's see. Unplugged. 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 Good over there. Off. 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 Good. Up, 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 up. Good job, Fuji. Fuji has done this whole thing. The full dinner and dishes was organized by Fuji. He gave me the full company. This is the movie we were watching. It's called The Buckingham Murders. And this is the book we were reading. Hi, Suji Mama. Suji Mama. Hi, Suji Mama. Hi, Shonu Bablu. Hi. Look at that. Look at that. Who's here? Who's come down finally? She doesn't like when I cook. So she safely stays upstairs with all the cooking sounds. She doesn't like it. She finally came down as I settled down. Hi, baby. Oh. Hi, Shonu Monu Bablu. How are you doing, Suji? Oh. Too much attention. She's an introvert. She doesn't like too much attention given to her at the same time. Okay, I will settle into the sofa. If people want to chat, we can chat for a little bit. I was hoping to watch the Buckingham Murders tonight, get a little bit of a break. We've been reading this book called Einstein's Cosmos. If the physics people show up, we might do some discussion from that book, or we might pick it up next time. How are you guys? How's everybody doing? How's everything going? Baji, kole ashbe shona? Baji, I'm asking him if he's interested in coming and sitting on my lap for some cuddle time. I'm gonna let my hair down, sit back, kick back, relax. Enjoy my night tonight. I'm ready to enjoy my night. It's too much. Cooking, dishes, put things away, kitty cat. It's been a lot. And I did my swimming and I did my walking, did some stuff. Ready to wind down a little bit. Hi, BJ. Hi, BJ. How are you? Hi, beautiful girl, says Innocent Horse Racer. Yes, are you talking about Suji? Yeah, she is a beautiful girl. BJ, 3 cats. Yes. Indeed, there are three kitty cats. Actually, where did Suji go? Where are you, Suji, baby? Innocent Horse Racer. Welcome to the live. BJ, how are you doing? How's South Korea at this time? I'm good. I knew only 2. Well, you have to keep coming to our lives to know how many. The confirmation can only be found when you come to our live streams more and more. There is Baji. Baji. Baji Shona. Baji, are you gonna come to mommy's lap? Where is Suji actually? I don't see her. Where are you? Suji mama. Where is Suji? I don't see her. She came downstairs. She does not like when I cook. Like all the sounds from the cooking, she doesn't like it. So then, I have to make do with Fuji Baba's amazing company. He does not leave me alone for even a second. Touch wood. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. He gives me, oh, here's Suji mama. No matter, even if he's scared of the noises, he's helping me with all the cooking stuff. Oh, hi, Bing Lee. You're here. Bing Lee, BJ, Innocent Horse Racer, Cool Saber Edits. Where is... Oh, shit, you're pretty. Thank you. It is I, the voice. People like my voice, and I also think that the voice is a good idea. So I generally do voiceover with the kitty cat videos. And then I do book reading, and I do physics discussions, and I'm gonna make a course on quantum mechanics soon here. So if you're interested in that, more information will be coming about that. I've been leading a discussion on physics topics. Yeah, maybe don't. Bingley. Maybe don't get any more physical. We do the physical sciences here. Physics, physics, chemistry. You know, I double majored. I actually had lots of majors: physics, chemistry, math, music. Majors and minors. But I only finished physics. So all my degrees are in physics. Oh, psychology. I also did psychology. Hi, X. She wants to get quantum entangled with you. She, me? I don't think so, man. I think you mean everyone else, right? Everyone else can get entangled. With I encourage all the entanglement in my chat. Live stream chat can have all of the entanglements uh, that you want. I want to be safe. Okay, that's good. Happy safety to everybody. So, anyways, today I don't know how much physics discussion I'll do today because I kind of want to watch my show and I kind of want to take a break. I've been going live every day, like nonstop, simultaneous days, every day, live, because I need the watch time. So, guys, instead of saying physical stuff in the comments, can you go watch all my videos? And I need the watch time. So help a YouTuber out. And Fuji Babu, Shona Korna Shona. Fuji's attacking his auto feeder. Now that my food is put away, he has other pursuits. Fuji, this is a dog toy that Baji really loves. The lighting here is dim because I don't want a ton of lighting. So you're gonna have to bear with me and my dim lighting. Fujishona! What's this? This is Baji's favorite toy. This tells you that Baji's a doggy because it's a dog toy. I literally bought this from the dog section of the store and Baji loves it. Baji! Who is this? Sometimes Baji holds this like in his mouth and cries, and he carries this all over the house. Like he goes everywhere in the house with this in his mouth. He runs everywhere in the house with this in his mouth, and he calls to me. He's wanting to show me his toy, and I'm like, Baji, I've already gone to bed. Here's Mama, come here, like come up to me. And he'll still cry downstairs with this. This is Baji's favorite character, this black dog toy. Actually, what is this even? Is this a bat? I'm not even sure. Oh, Baji, it's okay. Who is this? Are you gonna come play with Mama? Are you gonna come play? Oh, Fuji. So that got, what a baby. Yes, he's a baby. So they're all babies, but Baji particularly has some very interesting ways of showing his babiness. This is his best friend. Yes, this is Baji's best friend. I mean, he's never alone, again, touch wood. But even in a crowd, sometimes, you know how a child can feel alone sometimes, even if they're part of a family and there is a lot going on. Sometimes their needs are not fully met by the people and the kitty cats of the family. So Baji is a little bit like that. And so this is his best friend, this dog toy. And this is further proof that he is part puppy. Baji has puppy tendencies. But yeah, so we've been covering a ton of physics topics. We've actually done a whole history of quantum mechanics and also the history of the atomic bomb. Yesterday we had the most depressing discussion. Well, it was a good discussion, but the topics we covered were a little bit dark. So we did all of that last night. And then today I'm kind of taking a break from that topic. Hi, Nausat! Actually, you know what? Maybe I will finish the chapter we were on. Very little bit is left. So maybe I'll just finish that one. Because now, when people join, I get very enthusiastic. When more people join who like the physics stuff, I actually get very encouraged. Atomic bomb, yes. Hi, hi, hi. Good morning! Good morning. How is everybody? Heike, are you here? So I have a friend from Finland who usually joins, and Reese from the UK will join for the physics content. So this channel, we do the kitty cat stuff, the kitty cat content, just like hanging out. And we've been doing more and more physics content, which is my background. Ho Baji, yes! Baji with a B. Fuji Shona, Korana? Fuji, no. No Fuji. But I was showing everybody Baji's favorite toy. It's a dog toy. Makes this noise. I'll clip that. So, Baji, you're not coming to the mama lap. Oh, Baji gave me a kiss. He gave me a kiss with his... Are you going to be teacher? Yes, I am a teacher. What do you mean? I teach. I teach. I've always taught. I've always kind of been a teacher. I used to teach the neighborhood kids too. When I was growing up, when I was a child myself, I've always taught. So, anyways, we've been reading from this book. It's called Einstein's Cosmos by Michio Kaku, who is the author. And it's about how Albert Einstein's vision transformed our understanding of space and time. We just read about the atomic bomb, which highly disturbed us. And as sad as everything is, it is part of history. So I might just do a little bit of a recapitulation for you. Basically, Einstein, he's from Germany. He had to move around a little bit because he had issues even when he was growing up and in his education. He found more luck in Switzerland, for example. So he'd already kind of moved around some. And then turned out that, of course, he was displaced from Germany during all the wars and whatnot and the movements against Jewish people in Germany. So he had to flee from Germany. Are you guys still here? Nausat, are you here? Elementary school, middle, high. Well, I guess most recently the people I taught were PhD students. But when I was in like middle and high school myself, I used to teach elementary and middle school. And also a little bit of high school when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I would teach the high school and middle school and elementary. When I was in middle school, I taught the middle school people. And then my most recent formally teaching experience are PhD students. So a little bit older, but that's okay. I want to take a sip of my wine. A professor. I'm not technically a professor at a school right now anyways. I was in a research position. So the most recent teaching experience formally was when I had a research position, but it wasn't a professorship because I was still doing my PhD and everything. So it's not technically a professor. And then I've taught also, you know, my colleagues, fellow coworkers and things like that, but that's not a formal teaching position. So I've had various different things going on. I might get a lecturer or a professor position at some point, but that's not what I do right now. So anyways, okay. So. Einstein had to flee from Germany. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Baji made a huge mess. For some reason, Baji jumped onto something and okay. You know what? I'll just continue because I think it's fine. The bowls just got a little bit disturbed. I'm not getting up right now. So, yeah, Baji decided to jump onto something and made a mess. But I refuse to get up at this time. It's fine. Nothing is broken, at least. Thank goodness the bowls are made of stainless steel. So so Einstein had to, it's a very sad topic. I'm laughing because of the bowl situation. What this situation was quite concerning and depressing in Germany when the Jewish people had to flee and kind of leave the country in fear of their lives. And Einstein ended up coming to, of course, Princeton in New Jersey. So that's kind of where we were. So let me recap that for you. Einstein's Jewish colleagues all fled Germany for their lives. Leo Szilard left with his life savings stuffed in his shoes. Fritz Haber fled Germany in 1933 for Palestine. Ironically, as a loyal German scientist, he had helped to develop poison gas for the German army, producing the notorious Zyklon B gas. Later, his own gas was used to kill many members of his family at the Auschwitz concentration camp. So, very dark stuff indeed. Erwin Schrödinger, who was not Jewish, was also swept up by the hysteria. On March 31, 1933, when the Nazis declared a national boycott of all Jewish stores, he happened to be in front of Berlin's large Jewish department store, Wertheim's, when he suddenly witnessed gangs of stormtroopers with Nazi swastikas beating up Jewish shopkeepers as the police and the crowd stood by and laughed. Schrödinger was incensed and went up to one of the stormtroopers and berated him. Then the stormtroopers turned and began to beat him instead. So Schrödinger also got into trouble and ended up in England and Ireland. So all of these physicists that we met in the last chapter, who were part of the quantum revolution, who were big contributors to quantum mechanics, of course, many of them were displaced. And Schrödinger went to Ireland and England, and Einstein went to the US. Einstein, so he at first I believe he went to the UK. Later on, he ended up in the US. I held up my glass because Baji was running towards it. Oh my God. Einstein, although in exile, was besieged with job offers from around the world. So this is when he's still sort of in exile, still in Europe. Leading universities in England, Spain, and France wished to capture this world-famous figure. Previously, he had been a guest professor at Princeton University. He had spent his winters in Princeton and his summers in Berlin. So it helped that he had already kind of been to Princeton as a guest professor, as a, to give a talk, because he was a famous scientist giving awesome talks, which is highly recommended if you're doing great work. Give lots of talks about it because you might just need to get a job at that university. And he had spent his winters in Princeton and his summers in Berlin. Abraham Flexner, representing a new institute to be formed at Princeton, basically took this opportunity to kind of steal Einstein away from Europe, because this, you'll see which institute, but basically they were standing up a new sort of institute. This is very common in academia. Sometimes a university is sort of starting something up and it's not super established yet, but they hire very established, very famous people all across the world to come and contribute to this institute, and then it kind of takes off. So the faculty at a university is obviously very important, and the more sort of notorious, famous, amazing faculty that you can get, the better off that university or that institute will be. So sounds like one of the professors or one of the people at Princeton was forming a new institute, largely with a $5 million fund from the Bamberger fortune, had met several times with Einstein and approached him about the possibility of moving to the new institute. What appealed to Einstein... Hi, Reese, you're here. We're talking about Einstein, War and Peace. We're kind of recapping what we talked about yesterday. We kind of covered the depressing topic that is War and Peace and atomic bomb and E equals MC squared a little bit, quite a bit yesterday, but we're kind of continuing, and I was recapping for the audience here. So if you're around, you didn't miss much. We will talk about it here tonight as well. So are you going to stick around, Reese? So $5 million fund from the Bamberger fortune had met several times with Einstein and approached him about the possibility of moving to the new institute. So this institute at Princeton. What appealed to Einstein was the fact, we'll try. Okay. What time is it? Yeah, it's late for you, isn't it? Maybe you can nod off with us here. So what appealed to Einstein was the fact that he would be free to travel and free of teaching duties. Although he was a popular lecturer, regularly breaking up audiences with his antics and enchanting royalty with amusing anecdotes, teaching and lecturing duties were taking time away from his beloved physics. So he kind of liked that Princeton was going to let him have mostly a research position. So what I was saying earlier, sometimes, these professorships really depend, like what kind of position it is. You could have a more research-oriented position. Most professorships that I know of anyways have a good balance of you kind of do have to teach. Now, if you're very notorious, very famous, maybe you can get away with teaching less, but most professors have to do a lot of teaching as well as research, and a lot of them actually wait for the summer where they might be able to do more research. They don't really get to do research as much as they would like during the year. And by the year, so let me share something about academia, how it works. So when an academic says the year, we mean fall and spring. The fall semester usually starts around August here in the US, goes up to December. Then there is a bit of a limbo time. Nobody wants to really acknowledge this time because they want to be able to have a life, grade papers, and just kind of not be disturbed. But there is a bit of a winter break, basically between the two semesters, between fall and spring semester, that is. Then the spring semester starts in January. So the longer your in-between time can be, the better off you are. The longer you can kind of disappear and act like you don't exist. Maybe you're still grading, because at some point finals, final exams are in December for the fall semester. So if you, depending on when your finals line up, if you're able to like grade them and get the grades out and you're kind of done, and then you just kind of pretend like you don't exist for a couple of weeks, you might actually get a bit of a break at the end of the calendar year or at the end of the fall semester. Now, newer professors have to basically work on preparing their lessons or their classes for the spring if they're teaching in the spring. So I don't know how much of a break they really get, but everybody's goal is to kind of disappear a little bit because the spring will start off in January and everyone hates the spring. Like the spring semester, let's just agree, is the worst, especially if you're in a wintry, cold kind of place. Like I'm in Boston, Massachusetts, Ohio. I've lived in cold places, and at these places it snows, it ices, it's freezing, and you have to go to class, and sometimes you have to teach like an 8:05 a.m. class. What are you talking about, Bingley? So everybody kind of hates the spring semester because fall, at least it starts off in August. It's like really 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is very early, you mean? Yeah. So fall at least starts in August. Everybody's in a good mood from the summer. Because remember, I was saying academic year is the fall and the spring. The summer is the summer. The summer is when you... Reese, yeah, what... Are you talking about the comment or are you talking about me? Um, Bingley, you're being really shady. Some of your comments that other people can't read are giving me a whiplash internally. Could you please? Thank you so much. Namaskar. Could you please be more civil? Thank you. Thank you. How nice of you. So, see, I'm not fazed by all this because I've taught hundreds of students in real life. This is really not that bad for me because I've dealt with some very interesting individuals in my career, indeed. So, on the one hand, I'm not shocked. On the other, I'm just shocked beyond words. Anyway, so the academic year starts in August. Oh my God. Um, it starts in August, and people are in a good mood because they've just had a summer. Now, if you are a professor, you still get paid for the whole year. Like your salary is paid every month, but generally speaking, your salary is for the 9 months. As in, you get summer off depending on what your plans are in the summer. Like maybe you get summer off to do like research only, and you basically pay yourselves you basically pay yourself a salary out of your research grants. So when Einstein was, why don't you take 30 seconds to calm down, Bingley? Where is the button for the user in timeout? How about 10 minutes? 10 minutes timeout to calm you down. So, so in the summer, some professors still have to teach. They would be really upset probably if they have to teach in the summer. Because the summer is usually a time for a professor at an R1 or a research focused school to kind of focus on their research generally. And they're being paid out of their grants. Plus, they have their salary, which is really for the 9 month period, but they get it every month. So it's not like they have a month without a salary if you're a professor. I mean, I hope not anyway, the ones I know of. But anyway, the whole point is that professors generally have to balance their teaching duties and their research duties, as well as their proposal writing and grant writing duties. See you. Have a good day. Bye, BJ. See ya. See you, see you, see you. So, if a professor, because of their notoriety and their fame and their academic excellence, if they're able to kind of get away with less teaching, that's generally considered a better deal because that means that they get more time for doing the thing that they love. One colleague warned Einstein that coming permanently to the United States was like committing suicide. And by that, they mean academic or research suicide. The United States, before the sudden influx of Jewish scientists fleeing Nazi Germany, was considered a quiet backwater of science, with almost no institutions of higher learning capable of competing with Europe's. So there were more notorious, more famous, more science stuff going on in Europe, and scientists, more famous scientists in Europe at that time. Because America got a lot of scientists due to the dislocation of the world wars, we started to hoard amazing people in the country. We were starting to get more and more amazing people in this country, but at that time, 100 years ago, Europe was better known for having the more scientists. Defending his choice, Einstein wrote to Queen Elizabeth of Belgium, "Princeton is a wonderful little spot, a quaint, ceremonious village of puny demigods on stilts. By ignoring certain special conventions, I've been able to create for myself an atmosphere conducive to study and free of distraction." So he liked it. He liked Princeton. It was small, it was quaint, like a village compared to his happening life in Europe or Berlin. I would imagine that anywhere in New Jersey is going to be more quiet than Berlin or a major city of Europe. So definitely lacking distractions if that's what you like. A lot of people, America for the most part, other than the bigger cities, is very quiet. It's more like a village. compared to a very busy city in Asia or Europe. For example, I only say those continents because I haven't been to Africa and South America yet. So, and I've been to New Zealand, but I don't really count that too much because I was there for a short time. So I didn't get a big idea for the culture in Australia and New Zealand. But pretty much I have noticed that, like, I come from originally from Asia. Like the cities in Asia, the big cities of Asia or the big cities of Europe have a lot more community, culture, civilization, more things going on, older history, older culture, lots of things to build on, whereas America is new and other than like the bigger cities. And of course there's, again, America has extremes because there's really nothing like New York City. I've been to New York and it's like another whole thing. So I'm not saying that America does not have big cities and big city life as well, but the thing is, a lot of America, most of it is going to be considered more like a village or really small, quaint, peaceful, free of distractions, to somebody probably coming from like Berlin, like Einstein. So he thought it was perfect. He liked it. The village of Princeton. The news that Einstein had settled in the United States was heard around the world. The Pope of Physics had left Europe, so it was a big deal for the Europeans because he was, of course, well known there. He was a true blue, like a European, because he wasn't just from Germany. He had moved around, right? He'd traveled, given talks. I'm sure other countries were probably hoping that he might go there, like Belgium or England or something. Like Schrodinger went to England and Ireland. So when he made the decision to come to the US, that was probably a bit of a blow for some of these other people. The new Vatican would be the Institute for Advanced Study at Princeton. So this is the institute that they were trying to build at Princeton, and getting Einstein to come over was a big move on their part. When Einstein was shown his office for the first time, he was asked what he needed besides his desk and a chair. He said he needed a large wastebasket so I can throw away all my mistakes. The institute also apparently made an offer to Erwin Schrödinger, but the latter, it is said, who was often accompanied by his wife and mistress and practiced an open marriage with a long list of lovers, found the atmosphere too stifling and conservative. Yeah, the US is largely more conservative probably than that. The American people were fascinated by the new arrival in New Jersey, who instantly became the country's most famous scientist. Soon he was a familiar figure to all. Two Europeans on a bet sent a letter to Dr. Einstein, America, to see if it would reach him, and it did. Because it was very well known. Like, even I know, I mean, I know, but like, even I knew probably without too much specific reading that he went to Princeton. You know, you can probably look up his house. His house is still there. I think the university kind of probably owns it, but it's famous when he came here. Reese, are you still around? Are you enjoying this? Oh, you're here. Okay, I'll continue. So, I'll keep going. There's only a little bit left in this book, so we'll keep going. The 1930s were hard on Einstein personally. Yeah, I think so. I cooked, we ate, me and Fuji. Fuji got into a lot of trouble. You look a little bit miffed. There were a lot of chores. I got a bit tired. I was trying to speed finish cooking, cleaning, dishes, and all that. But I'm good. It's all good. I was a little bit miffed at probably all of the bombardment of weird comments I was getting, right, Baji? Baji! Baji's over here. Baji, are you gonna come to the my lap? Baji! 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 Baji Ashpe. This chapter, I'm also a little sad because this chapter is not very happy, Reese. It's kind of sad. We're about to get into it. Are you ready? Oh, hi, Baji. Come, Baji. The 1930s were hard on Einstein personally. It seemed as if his worst fears about his son Edward were confirmed when Edward finally suffered a nervous breakdown in 1930. Oh, it's cold here tonight. Yeah, I bet. I had to put a load of hay in for the bunnies, or bunskies as I call them. Aw, how are the bunnies? I bet you're worrying about the bunskies. But basically, his son, we're going to read about a sad time because Einstein's son had a nervous breakdown in 1930 after a failed romance with an older woman. He was taken to the Burghusli Psychiatric Hospital in Zurich, the same hospital where Mileva's sister had been institutionalized. Diagnosed as schizophrenic, he was never to leave the care of an institution for the rest of his life, except for short visits. So Einstein's son had some issues. Aww. I'll read that out in a bit. Einstein, who always suspected that one of his sons might inherit mental problems from his wife, blamed grave heredity. I have seen it coming slowly but irresistibly. Ever since Tettle's youth, he wrote sadly. In 1933, his close friend, Paul Ehrenfest, who helped to stimulate the early development of general relativity but suffered from depression, eventually committed suicide, shooting and killing his young, mentally retarded son in the process. So lots of difficult things happened for him personally in the 1930s. After a prolonged, painful illness, Elsa, who had been with Einstein for about 20 years, died in 1936. According to friends, Einstein was utterly ashen and shaken. Her death severed the strongest tie he had with a human being. He took it hard but managed to slowly recuperate. He would write, I have got used extremely well to life here. I live like a bear in my den. The bearishness has been further enhanced by the death of my woman comrade, who was better with other people than I am. So yeah, lots of really bad news for Einstein in the 1930s. Let me read your comment. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah. One of them is like feral. The other one, Tommy, is my little dude. He runs up to me. When I go outside, I call him Thompson. Oh, how sweet. Tommy. Thompson. Oh, look at Baji. Hi, Baji. Baji's the emotional support kitty cat during this difficult reading. Hi. Sometimes Baji snores. No, I am Baji's fave. Baji, who's your favorite? It's mommy. They're all my favorite in their own ways. Baji's a good lap cat at this time of day. Like he gets lap time at night. Fuji gets lap time in the morning, and Suji gets lap time in bed. So it's just you're biased because of the time and the circumstance during which you see me and Baji. But they're all my favorite, and if at all I had to pick one, no, they're all my favorite. I won't pick. 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 Baji also lets me do all this. You know, he's also he enjoys a lot of, you know, he enjoys more attention. The other two are more subtle, and they have much more of an independent, adventurous, and curious personality. So they get into a lot of trouble. They do a lot of different activities. Their love language is different. So, yeah. Touch wood. Shona Baji, look at this leg over here. Then look at this leg over here. That's a Shona. It's a Shona. Suji Mama, are you gonna come too? Sometimes they all join me. Suji's coming. There she is. Hi. Come, Suji. Kolesh pe. Oh gosh. But anyway, so Einstein got lots of bad news. While at Princeton, he faced yet another challenge, the quest to build Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't tell me, that's too sad. But I'm really sorry. That's so sad. Hi, Baji. Baji, look at your face. Baji, look at your face. She was a little black fluff. Acted like a princess. Aww. How sweet. How sweet. So I'll summarize for you. The quest to build the atomic bomb was basically what was happening next. And they were, of course, kind of competing with Germany, trying to beat them at coming up with the atomic bomb first. And lots of scientists in the US were basically tapped on the shoulder and asked to help out with the atomic bomb. And, you know, all of this started in Los Alamos, in New Mexico. All these people got together. Enrico Fermi was one of them. All these people were involved in the atomic bomb. But they actually went to Einstein to get him to sign something and show to the president of the US, basically confirming that, you know, this whole energy and bomb thing was possible because of physics and his E equals mc squared. It was a significant, like nuclear fission could be a significant source of energy. Baji, hi. Oh, Baji. I gave Baji too much. Too much. He's taking a break from me. So they were Einstein was involved sort of in the concept, but they didn't really get him to help out directly with the Manhattan Project because most likely, I mean, probably, right? It was classified and Einstein had just come to the country and they didn't really trust him yet with that project. So it was he kind of saw his colleagues in Princeton disappear in order to go help out with this war with the atomic bomb, but he wasn't asked to do that. So it was sort of interesting. But anyways, that's something that we learned about too in this chapter. I just recapped that for you. Let's see. So let me read this part. This kind of tells you about what they found. While Einstein had doubts about the possibility of an atomic bomb, key events leading to nuclear fission were accelerating. So suddenly, you know, so many people were roped into kind of doing this work because of the war, and lots of developments happened in that direction quickly. In 1938, Otto Hahn and Fritz Strassmann of the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute for Physics in Berlin electrified the world of physics by splitting the uranium nucleus. So you can imagine doing that in Germany means that people got very worried about what they would do with such a thing. So there was a race to kind of do it here as well in the US. They found traces of barium after bombarding uranium with neutrons, which indicated that the uranium nucleus split in half, creating barium in the process. So yesterday I was asking Google, because I forgot the atomic number of uranium. It's 92 and barium is 56. And barium has a very stable nucleus compared to some of the other heavier elements. So you could imagine if you're, say, the other thing too with nuclear fission, apparently, I'm not an expert of nuclear fission, not really an application that I've interested myself with, but basically they were cutting the nucleus of a heavy element like uranium, which would have both protons and neutrons in its nucleus. And you know how the protons are charged, they're positively charged, the electron is negatively charged. So basically to cut the proton, they were using neutrons because they're neutrally charged. So you can kind of shoot the nucleus with neutrons and kind of get that nucleus to be like unstable basically and break apart. And if you break apart or make unstable a very heavy nucleus, chances are that it'll kind of break down into, Baji gave Suji a kissy kiss, it'll break down into something like barium, which is a very stable, lighter, heavier element. So it's still a heavy element. It's got atomic number 56, which is a lot, 56 protons and a bunch of neutrons in the nucleus. But uranium is atomic number 92, lots and lots more. So anyway, they found traces of barium, which means that they were succeeding in breaking apart the nucleus of uranium. And that's where nuclear fission type of work kind of started, where if they're able to do that, then they can basically make the bomb. So Lise Meitner, this is a lady, a Jewish scientist and colleague of Hahn, who had fled the Nazis, and her nephew Otto Frisch provided the missing theoretical basis to Hahn's result. Their results showed that the debris left over from the process weighed a bit less than the original uranium nucleus. It seemed as if mass was disappearing in this reaction. The splitting of the uranium atom also released 200 million electron volts of energy, which apparently appeared out of nowhere. Where did the missing mass go? And where did this energy mysteriously come from? Meitner realized that Einstein's equation E equals mc squared held the key to this puzzle. So she was part of this work in Germany, but then she was Jewish, so she had to flee. And I believe she ended up coming here. But you'll see later on, she didn't really want to be associated with the bomb, or at least the, all that. If one took the missing mass and multiplied it by c squared, then one found 200 million electron volts, precisely according to Einstein's theory. So this E equals mc squared business of Einstein's was coming into play in the nuclear fission experiment here, which would lead to the nuclear fission type of bomb, or the atomic bomb. Bohr, when told of this startling verification of Einstein's equation, immediately grasped the significance of this result. He slapped his forehead and exclaimed, "Oh, what fools we've all been." So, unfortunate times, because at that point they were going to use this knowledge to obviously a very violent end in the form of the atomic bomb. In March of 1939, Einstein told the New York Times that the results so far do not justify the assumption of a practical utilization of the atomic energies released in the process. However, there is no single physicist with soul so poor who would allow this to affect his interest in this highly important subject. How would one accurately measure that type of power? That's a great question. People who work a lot in that field probably have a way to do it. I'm not entirely sure, but it's probably not too bad, in the sense of, like, they would know what they started with, like the uranium. They can measure out everything that they started with, and then kind of get what they ended with. But we can get into it. I'm not sure exactly how they measured it, but I'm guessing that they had a way. These people involved in this whole process, I mean, they were brilliant scientists. So when you ask a bunch of bright people to work on something relatively simple, they usually figure it out, right? So ironically, the very same month, but this stuff is also done in Los Alamos. I've never worked in Los Alamos, so it's probably bread and butter there. We can look into it, how they do it, but I don't know. Ironically, that very same month, Enrico Fermi and Frederic Joliot-Curie, Marie Curie's son-in-law, discovered that 2 neutrons can be released. So it sounds like people were doing experiments with the neutrons of uranium, the nucleus of uranium, or the element uranium. They were doing experiments, but then they were probably still not like 100% sure how. They kind of knew the potential of it in releasing a lot of energy and everything like that, and obviously the science of it, E equals mc squared. Einstein gave us that, but it looks like the lady Lise Meitner, who had to flee Germany because she was herself a Jewish scientist, is the one who actually confirmed that energy was given by E equals mc squared. So she was potentially going to be very famous for this, but I think she kind of removed herself from this narrative because she didn't really like it. So she's not as famous as she could have been. But basically, they kind of knew in theory about all this, right? But it's like one thing to know it theoretically and another to actually do it, like you're asking about. So, yeah, I don't know. The nuclear physics experimentalists would be able to say. But anyway, Fermi and Marie Curie's son-in-law discovered that two neutrons can be released by the splitting of the uranium nucleus. So this is going to be very important for the bomb because this was a staggering result. Because basically, if you can release two neutrons every time you split the nucleus, well, those two can go and split another one and another one and another one. And each time you're releasing a bunch of energy. And that's how that went. So this was a staggering result. If these two neutrons can go on to split two other uranium nuclei, then this would result in 4 neutrons, then 8, then 16, then 32, ad infinitum until the unimaginable power of the nuclear force was released in a chain reaction. Within a fraction of a second, the splitting of a single uranium atom could trigger the splitting of trillions upon trillions of other uranium atoms, releasing unimaginable quantities of nuclear energy. Fermi, looking out his window in Columbia University, mused grimly that a single atomic bomb could destroy all that he could see of New York City. So Fermi was involved in the Manhattan Project. He gets a lot of credit for this. He did other things. You know, fermions are named after Fermi. We will get into fermions as well as a type of particle in quantum mechanics. But he's one of the guys, a brilliant scientist, once again, who got involved in the bomb because the government was trying to, get that going. They wanted that edge. They knew that Germany was working on it, that they pretty much had it already, and they wanted to beat them to the chase. The race was on. Is this the Fermi paradox guy? I don't think we have read too much about Fermi yet in the book. Fermi paradox. Are you thinking of someone else? I don't know if there's a Fermi paradox. But Enrico Fermi has given us some important things in quantum and particle physics. Which paradox are you talking about? All I know is, at least at this point, Fermi obviously had a lot of potential and he was a great scientist, but he did help out with the bomb because a lot of people at that time helped out with the bomb. I think it's to do with the whole "where are all the aliens" thing. I don't know. I don't know about that. Fermi is more known for quantum and particle stuff. I don't know of anything about radio and aliens with Fermi. I don't know. The race was on. Alarmed at the rapid speed of events, Szilard was worried that the Germans, who were leaders in atomic physics, would be the first to build an atomic bomb. In 1939, Szilard and Eugene Wigner drove to Long Island to visit Einstein to sign a letter that would be given to President Roosevelt. So this is the part where they went to Einstein, but after this they did not involve him too much. The fateful letter, one of the most important in world history, began, "Some recent work by Enrico Fermi and L. Szilard, which has been communicated to me in manuscript, leads me to expect that the element uranium may be turned into a new and important source of energy in the immediate future." Ominously, the letter noted that Hitler had invaded Czechoslovakia and had sealed off the Bohemian pitchblende mines, a rich source of uranium ore, and then the letter warned a single bomb of this type carried by boat or exploded in a port might well destroy the whole port with some of the surrounding territory. However, such bombs might very well prove to be too heavy for transportation by air. Alexander Sachs, a Roosevelt advisor, was given the letter to pass on to the president. When Sachs asked Roosevelt if he understood the extreme gravity of the letter, Roosevelt replied, "Alex, what you're after is to see that the Nazis don't blow us up." He turned to General E.M. Watson and said, "This requires action. Only $6,000 was approved for the whole year's research on uranium. However, interest in the atomic bomb was given a sudden boost when the secret Frisch-Perls report reached Washington in the fall of 1941. British scientists working independently confirmed all the details outlined by Einstein, and on December 6, 1941, the Manhattan Engineering Project was secretly set up." So that's what we call the Manhattan Project. Hi. Enrico Fermi says, "Oh, same guy. Okay. I didn't know. I should know. He's my great-great-grandfather in PhD tree. I'm related to him in academic tree." Fermi. So I should probably know what my great-great-grandpa did for his physics contributions. Single bomb. Okay, yeah. Under the direction of J. Robert Oppenheimer. So you can see, it really started off the movement. Roosevelt was on board. He understood the gravity of the atomic bomb, the fact that the Germans were developing it. And the US had to as well. So he got it. Really? Wow. What, Fermi? Yeah. Yes, I checked. So you can figure out your PhD or your physics tree, academic tree, or like family tree line. So we have our biological families, and then we have our academic families, and yes, I'm directly related to him. But that actually makes sense because I did particle astro, right? So my advisor was a lady, and she came from particle physics. That was her background. So I liked the astro part too, so I did particle astro, but it's often the case that your advisor may not be doing exactly the thing that you're doing. So it was good. She knew the particle physics. Oh, look at Baji. And also, notably, I come from a line of women physicists, which is very rare. Hard to find a woman in physics, right? But I was advised by a woman, and she was advised by a woman. And then oh, yeah, I don't know about this. Okay. But yeah, in my academic tree line, there are mostly particle physicists, and Fermi did particle and quantum stuff. So that's why he's in there. Baji, stay. Baji, stay. So, yeah, I'll have to look that up. The alien stuff. Under the direction of J. Robert Oppenheimer, who had worked on Einstein's theory of black holes. So this is enter Oppenheimer. And I know you guys know that Oppenheimer, there's a movie about him too. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard good things. Um, anyway, who had worked on Einstein's theory of black holes, hundreds of the world's top scientists were secretly contacted and then shipped out to Los Alamos. Luke says, it was too long, to be honest, too much filler, but overall it was good. Reese says, Fermi paradox. Okay. But anyway, scientists were getting shipped out to Los Alamos left and right. Everybody was made to work on this, pretty much. Almost everybody, right? Hundreds of world's top scientists goes to Los Alamos. At every major university, scientists like Hans Bethe, Enrico Fermi, Edward Teller, Eugene Wigner quietly left after receiving a tap on the shoulder. I didn't realize it was too long. I'll have to keep that in mind. Not everyone was pleased by the intense interest in the atomic bomb. Lise Meitner, so that same lady who sneaked out of the Nazi efforts in atomic bombs, whose work helped to trigger the project, because she's the one who basically figured out this E equals MC squared relationship with the missing mass and whatnot with the atomic bomb research efforts in Germany. And so she did that, and she fled Germany because she was Jewish. So she accomplished a lot of things, including saving her own life, as well as sneaking out this information out of Germany, right? So, and she helped to trigger the project, the Manhattan Project. But she staunchly refused to be part of any work on the bomb. So, you know, she stuck by her ideals. She was the only prominent allied nuclear scientist. So she's a prominent nuclear scientist. This is what I was saying earlier. A bunch of nuclear scientists were involved. Yeah, good on her. She stuck by her own principles, which is hard to do when you have so much pressure on you, especially from like all directions, the government and what is going on in the world. And you know, she was personally very affected, obviously, as a Jewish scientist who had to flee, but still she held on to her principles. That's quite something. But she staunchly refused to be part of any work on the bomb. She was the only prominent allied nuclear scientist to refuse the call to join the group at Los Alamos. And I think she was rare in the sense that pretty much all the nuclear scientists, nuclear physicists were involved. She said, I will have nothing to do with the bomb. Years later, when Hollywood scriptwriters tried to glamorize her in the film The Beginning of the End, that's another film I haven't seen. If you have, let me know how it is. As the woman who bravely smuggled out the blueprint for the bomb as she fled Nazi Germany. So she fled Nazi Germany as a Jewish lady. She's a nuclear scientist. And she smuggled out the blueprint of the atomic bomb from Germany and brought it to the US. Can you believe that? Like, that's quite a freaking feat. And she was alive as a Jewish person at that time. A prominent Jewish scientist being alive and fleeing successfully, bringing the information over. That's no easy task. But she refused to be glamorized for it. She said, I would rather walk naked down Broadway than be part of this fanciful, scurrilous effort. So she was against the war. She was against the bomb. She didn't like it. So she was like, no, I'm not going to be glamorized for it. I did it, but guess what? I'm not going to be famous for that. So, amazing lady, but I will say most people were part of it. Most people, most of the scientists, including Fermi, obviously, were leading the effort for the atomic bomb. I'm not saying that they all wanted the bombs to be dropped on Japan. That's a whole other thing. So sorry, Japan, but they did work on it. And, you know, I don't know. And they were asked to work on it. They worked on it, you know. But she was very... Some academics honestly, even now I meet people who are very principled. Like they want to do pure academia, they want to do pure science research, and that's it. They don't want to deal with wars and bombs. You know, some people are very compartmentalized and strict and very they know what they want to do and what they don't want to do. They're very clear in their head about, no, I don't want to build a weapon, no, I don't want to be part of a bomb. And sounds like she was like that. Now I will say there are people like that who change their minds when there's a freaking world war going on, but she was still very principled. So that's unusual. Einstein was aware that all his close colleagues at Princeton were suddenly disappearing, leaving a mysterious mailing address in Santa Fe, New Mexico. They all went to Los Alamos. I know I actually have friends whose like parents and relatives worked on this, and they grew up in New Mexico. I guess once you are part of that, you might stay and do more of that. Einstein himself, though, was never given the tap on the shoulder and sat out the entire war at Princeton, which is pretty nice in some ways. The reason for this has been revealed in declassified war documents. Vannevar Bush, the chief of the Office of Scientific Research and Development and Roosevelt's trusted advisor, wrote, I wish very much that I could place the whole thing before him, Einstein, but this is utterly impossible in view of the attitude of people here in Washington who have studied his whole history. So Einstein was kind of like too international and too much of a diverse background to be involved in this project. Generally, the government and defense work, they want you to be a little bit more boring and more strictly American when they want to involve you in such an effort. FBI and Army intelligence concluded that Einstein could not be trusted. In view of his radical background, this office would not recommend the employment of Dr. Einstein on matters of a secret nature without a very careful investigation, as it seems unlikely that a man of his background could, in such a short time, become a loyal American citizen. So that's what they concluded, the FBI, on Einstein. Apparently, the FBI did not realize that Einstein was already well aware of the project and in fact had helped to set it into motion in the first place. But it's like one thing to be aware of a project and another to be in the nitty-gritty of the project. You know, they have different levels of classification. What did they mean by radical background? I don't know. Probably that he's like German and Swiss and this and that. I mean, I don't see how those are bad things given that he's a Jewish German fleeing Germany. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I think radical background probably, I mean, I probably have a radical background. Just somebody who's not born in the US and blah de blah de blah, you know. I mean, yeah, actually no. I have a less, I wasn't born in the US, but I did spend a very long time in the US. I think Einstein was new in the US. So what they mean is that he's come from all kinds of other countries. He could be a spy. He's been to, like, the more foreign countries you've been to and the more foreign countries you might have an allegiance with, the more radical your background might be deemed by someone like the FBI, because they're like, well, you're not just a bland American, you know. That's what that is. Einstein's FBI file, recently declassified, runs 1,427 pages. J. Edgar Hoover had targeted Einstein as being either a communist spy or a dupe at best. The agency carefully screened every piece of gossip about him and filed it away. Ironically, the FBI was curiously negligent in confronting Einstein himself as if they feared him. Instead, agents preferred to interview and harass those surrounding him. Yeah. And they were trying to get more info on him, but maybe they couldn't or whatever. You never know. They might have their They might have their own, and they don't really understand the science, right? As much as the scientists would have. So I think it's just one of those translation gaps as well. They didn't really understand him, probably. Um, as a result, the FBI became a repository of hundreds of letters from every crank and paranoid. In particular, they filed away reports that Einstein was working on some kind of death ray. In May 1943, a native lieutenant called on Einstein asking him if he would be willing to work on weapons and high explosives for the US Navy. Spinstein. Nice, Rieslo. Yeah, Spinstein. They thought he was Spinstein. He felt very bad about being neglected. So Einstein felt very bad about being neglected. Because, you know, when people do come to America, they want to be accepted as an American. So imagine this. He's like, I'm in America. I want to be American. I want to help America. But nobody's asking me to. They're getting all my colleagues' help. But I'm being neglected. Aw. He felt very bad about being neglected. He had not been approached by anyone to do any war work. Ah, wrote the lieutenant. Einstein, always quick with a quip, remarked that he was now in the Navy without having to get a haircut. The intense Allied effort to build an atomic bomb was stimulated by fears of the German bomb. In reality, the German war effort was badly understaffed and underfunded. I didn't know that it was underfunded. Werner Heisenberg, remember Heisenberg? The kid we liked in the last chapter who did the uncertainty principle, your favorite, Reese. Well, now he was being asked to work on the bomb. Poor guy. So Heisenberg, Germany's greatest quantum physicist, the one that was left anyway because everybody else had to flee because they're Jewish or something, was put in charge of a team of scientists to work on the German project. In the fall of 1942, when German scientists realized that it would be another 3 years of strenuous effort to produce an atomic bomb, Albert Speer, the Nazi armaments minister, decided to temporarily shelve the project. Speer made a strategic error, assuming that Germany would win the war in 3 years, making the bomb unnecessary. Nevertheless, he continued funding research on nuclear-powered submarines. Heisenberg was hampered by other problems. Tesla, probably. Yeah, would not be surprised. Another very smart guy. What time is it? Okay. Heisenberg was hampered by other problems. Hitler declared that ordnance development would proceed only on weapons that promised results in 6 months, an impossible deadline, so they were given like 6 months. So, you know, then it goes on to say that Heisenberg had some issues with facilities and what was like actually possible, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, physicists in the Manhattan Project were rushing to process enough plutonium and uranium for 4 atomic bombs. They were doing calculations right up to the time of the fateful detonation and in Alamogordo, New Mexico. The first bomb, based on plutonium-239, was detonated in July 1945. After the decisive Allied victory over the Nazis, many physicists thought that the bomb would be unnecessary against the remaining enemy, Japan. Some believed that a demonstration atomic bomb should be detonated on a deserted island, witnessed by a delegation of Japanese officials. to warn the Japanese that surrender was inevitable. So a lot of the scientists who worked on the bomb just wanted to do a demo. Don't need to like actually drop the bomb on anyone. Let's just do a demo and show people how like bad it is, how effective it is, and call it a day. So a lot of people, so that's the other thing too. You can work on the atomic bomb as a scientist and then not want to drop it on anyone. Like just because you worked on the bomb doesn't mean that you want to use it, you know? So I could also understand that. Others even drafted a letter to President Harry Truman asking him not to drop the bomb on Japan. Unfortunately, this letter was never delivered. One scientist, Joseph Rotblat, even resigned from the atomic bomb project, stating that his work was finished and that the bomb should never be used against Japan. He would later win the Nobel Prize for Peace. So people were resigning, saying, like, hey, I worked on this thing. Really? I worked on this thing. The work is done. We have a thing. It's a powerful thing. You can use it for deterrence, but let's not drop it on anybody. Nevertheless, the decision was made to drop not one but two atomic bombs on Japan. In August of 1945, Einstein was vacationing at Saranac Lake in New York. That week, Helen Dukas heard the news on the radio. I'm sorry, Japan. She recalled that the report said a new kind of bomb had been dropped on Japan. And then I knew what it was because I knew about the Szilard thing in a vague way. As Professor Einstein came down to tea, I told him and he said, oh, way. Thank you, X. I'd say the transistor was changed the world overnight. You read this last night. You remember, X, there will be a quiz tonight. That's what's new about today. In 1946, Einstein made the cover of Time. Ominously, this time there was a nuclear fireball erupting behind him. The world suddenly realized that the next war, World War III, might be fought with atomic bombs, but Einstein noted, because nuclear weapons might send civilization back thousands of years, World War IV would be fought with rocks. That year, Einstein became chairman of the Emergency Committee of Atomic Scientists, perhaps the first major anti-nuclear organization, and used it as a platform to argue against the continued building of nuclear weapons. So now there was a platform to argue against nuclear weapons and to bring more peace in the world. And then, Einstein went back to physics because that's his main motivation. And I think after the war kind of concluded with the dropping of these bombs, unfortunately, people kind of went back to their thing. Einstein, Schrödinger, they tried to work more on the unified field theory. So if you were here for the last chapter, you know that there was a lot of will be fought on different planets. Okay. As long as it's not fought on my planet, then I'm good. Then the world, it's not a world war then. It's a I don't know, planet system war. I want Earth to be excluded, please, from this. I like Earth. And if I could, I would live on Venus because it's much more similar to Earth than Mars in size. And it's also more close. If not for its poisonous atmosphere, I'd be in Venus. I'm also ruled by Venus, being a Libra. First galactic war. I don't know why guys like war so much. It's really not that interesting. And they're not that good at it. I know wars get a lot of funding, but my personal opinion is that they're not that interesting. They're not as interesting as physics questions and fundamental physics and nature. And the people who build stuff for wars don't seem to be that good. And I think great inventions come from good funding, and yes, good things can come from hardship. True. But I do think that a lot of wars are just kind of stupid. Okay. So then Einstein and Schrödinger went back to unified field theory stuff again, and they wanted to work on unified field theory. So Schrödinger even came up with his own theory, but unfortunately, it was wrong. So after more trials and tribulations and more sort of attempts at the unified field theory, Einstein and Schrödinger both kind of failed. And Einstein felt kind of isolated. So because he wasn't part of the quantum theory, like remember, he wanted to come up with a more general theory that would even subsume quantum mechanics. He felt a little bit isolated from the other physicists and the other efforts going on around him, because he kind of was trying something that other people necessarily were not. But he kind of kept going. So we'll read this part. Actually, let me see. Wait a minute. Where does this chapter go? Oh, wow. We're close to being done. Reese, are you still awake? Are you still awake? Take a sip of my drink here. So even though he kind of kept going, it was hard because he didn't really have a picture. There was no guiding physical picture that would help him with the unified field theory. So basically, he's saying nature shows us only the tail of the lion, but I do not doubt that the lion belongs to it, even though he cannot reveal himself because of his enormous size. So he's thinking that nature is revealing just the tail of the lion. There's much more that's not revealed. Every day when he woke up, he would ask himself a simple question: if he were God, how would he create the universe? In fact, given all the constraints necessary to create a universe, he asked himself another question: did God have any choice? As he gazed at the universe, everything he saw told him that unification was the greatest theme in nature, that God could not have created a universe that made gravity, electricity, and magnetism as separate entities. What he lacked, as he knew, was a guiding principle, a physical picture that would light the way to the unified field theory, and none came. So he was looking for a more guiding principle, a guiding theory, a physical picture, because he kind of had a physical picture when he did the special theory of relativity and when he did the general theory of relativity. Like the racing with the light beam with special theory of relativity, and then kind of like falling in his chair with general theory of relativity. Those types of things helped him theorize those topics. But with the unified field theory, where he's wanting electromagnetism, gravity, quantum, everything to come out of a more general picture. That was really hard, and he didn't really have a physical picture to guide him with this work. With special relativity, the picture was a 16-year-old youth racing after a light beam. With general relativity, it was a man leaning back in his chair about to fall, or marbles rolling on a curved space. However, with the unified field theory, he had no such guidance. Einstein was famous for his statement, "Subtle is the Lord, but malicious he is not." After he struggled for so many decades on the problem of unification, he admitted to his assistant Valentine Bergman, "I have second thoughts. Maybe God is malicious." Aw. So yeah, he struggled a lot and it didn't really happen. Thank you everybody for joining. I think I'm gonna take off actually tonight and continue this next time. Bye everybody. There is just a little bit left in this chapter, a few more pages. I think we'll finish this up next time. If you're seeing this as a video upload later on under the live tab, please do leave a comment and give us some thoughts and messages, and I'll